Hello everyone. Our today's topic is common dairy process. This is our second lecture for chapter number 2. Our today's point is pasteurization or milk pasteurization. So what is milk pasteurization? Pasteurization, it is the process of heating of milk or other dairy products to a temperature which destroys nearly all the microorganisms present in that product without seriously affecting the composition or properties of the product. So it should be followed by immediate cooling of the product to a temperature sufficiently low to check the growth of the microorganisms. So that microorganisms which are resistant to the temperature used. Okay. So this process is widely employed in all branches of the dairy industry or for different dairy products. This milk pasteurization, again, this milk pasteurization is the process of heating of milk or milk product to a predetermined temperature. That temperature is predetermined for a specified period without recontamination during the entire process or during the whole process. The predetermined temperature usually depends on the heat resistance of spoilage microorganisms that the pasteurization program is targeting to destroy, that particular microorganisms for which the pasteurization program is targeting to destroy, because this process is predetermined process. Okay. So there are the types like market milk. There is two types, that is first one is a raw milk and next one is a pasteurized milk. That market milk is divided into two parts. First one is a raw milk. So what is difference between raw milk and pasteurized milk, or what is effect of pasteurization? So that raw milk is the milk which is delivered in its natural state after it leaves the cow without any treatment other than cooling. So in raw milk there is only treatment like cooling. And next one is a pasteurized milk, or the difference between raw milk and pasteurized milk is pasteurized milk, it is the milk which has been subjected to a temperature sufficient to destroy all disease producing types of bacteria. So that may be present in that raw milk. There are different types of bacteria which produces different types of diseases. So the use of that pasteurization is in pasteurization process, the temperature which is used, that temperature is sufficient to destroy all disease producing types of bacteria, and that bacteria are very harmful, or that bacteria may be present in that raw milks. Okay. So that is difference between raw milk and pasteurized milk. So next one is manufacture of pasteurization. Okay. But before that we will discuss there are different types of pasteurization process. First one is low temperature, then high temperature, and last one is a ultra pasteurization process. First one is a low temperature pasteurization process. In that low temperature pasteurization process, more enzymes and proteins retain and intact when milk is heated below this temperature. So temperature is approximately it is 118 to 150. Okay, 118 to 150. So this process is low temperature pasteurization. Next one is high temperature pasteurization. That is very dangerous process. So in this process, heat required is above 161 or above 160 degrees centigrade. So in this process, pasteurization or this pasteurization process kills enzymes, much of the healthy milk organisms. Okay. So this process or high temperature process is very dangerous process, and in this protein there is a loss of some proteins also. Okay. So this type of milk is very difficult to digest. That's why this high temperature pasteurization process is very dangerous. Then next one is ultra temperature pasteurization or ultra high temperature pasteurization. So this process is also dangerous, because in this pasteurization process kills potentially harmful bacteria in the milk, and it damages of all vitamins, minerals and other nutrients which are present in that milk. So this process is not very useful process, and this one is very dangerous process. So this process is ultra high pasteurization, ultra high temperature pasteurization, and in this process heat requirement is up to 280 degrees centigrade. So there are different types of pasteurization processes. Okay, so what is manufacture of pasteurized milk? Nowadays most of the market milk is pasteurized. So pasteurization has the advantages of reducing the transmission of disease producing bacteria, that is main advantage of pasteurization, and improving the keeping quality of that milk, or improving its keeping quality or its shelf life period. So large cities requires vast quantity of milk as they have to travel long distance and they have to approach too many dairies for their milk supply. Thus, pasteurization is a practical necessity in order to safeguard and the health and well-being of the average consumers. That's why pasteurization process is very important. Now we will discuss what is a flow sheet diagram of pasteurization. In this figure we will see the flow sheet diagram of pasteurization. In that flow sheet diagram, first point is receiving of milk, or first stage is receiving of milk. So what is receiving of milk? Milk may be delivered to the milk plant or dairy in cans or tankers by road or by railway. Okay, so it may be delivered by tankers, different types of containers, by roads, by roadway or by railways. That milk in these containers has to be graded or emptied, measured by weight or volume. Okay, so sampled and bulk to provide continuity of supply to the pasteurization equipments, that is part of receiving of milk. And to receive large amount of milk by rail or road tankers, an adequate covered area has to be provided under for emptying and subsequent cleaning of tankers. Then washing and sanitization of the tankers should follow immediately after emptying it completely, or after emptying the tankers or containers. So that washing and sanitization is very important factor during receiving of milk. The measurement of milk delivered by tankers can be done either by using a weight bridge or a flow meter. There are different types of milk measurement equipments like weigh bridge or flow meter. So this is very important factor. If milk is being received from milk chilling center, there are some milk chilling center by which milk received, it has already been graded, weighed, sampled and cooled. So it may be weighed and sampled, again the centers report may be used. Okay, so this process, like receiving of milk, is very important process. In this process, grading, sampling, weighing and testing are included. Okay, so next is preheating. In that preheating process, the preheating is 35 to 40 degrees centigrade. Milk heating up to 35 to 40 degrees centigrade. Then filtration of milk. The next step is its clarification. So clarifiers and filters are used to clean or to remove the suspended particles in that milk. The next one is a cooling and storage. So cooling and storage equipments are also important for milk. So that cooling is below 5 degree or below 5 degree centigrade is essential for traveling. Okay, then next one is a standardization. There is a important process of standardization. The next one is a pasteurization. After five different processes, pasteurization is very important. So pasteurization is up to 63 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes or 72 degrees centigrade for only 15 seconds. Okay, next one stage is homogenize, to make the milk homogenized, or different suspended particles or proteins are there in that milk, so make that milk homogenized. Okay, then next one is a bottling and packing. Then packaging of that milk, that is with the help of bottles, different types of bottles and cans and polythene bags. Okay, so next step is a bottling and packing, and last one or important factor is storage of milk. Storage of milk is essential below 5 degrees centigrade. So 5 degrees centigrade temperature, maintenance of 5 degree temperature is very essential for storage of milks. So here it is flow chart of pasteurization process. So what is exactly pasteurization process? Okay, so already we have discussed upon receiving of milk. Then there are some precautions must be taken during this process of receiving of milk. So what are that precautions? Precautions while receiving the milk. There are different precautions we have to take. During sampling and sampling process of milk. So first one is operations and equipments. Okay. So what is operation and equipments? So milk receiving operations and equipments should be properly arranged to avoid any delay, okay, which may damage the quality of milk, because there are different types of bacteria or pathogens which are present in that milk. So that is why that should be properly arranged to avoid any delay, and that delay may be damage the quality of that milk. The next one is a time schedule. Milk deliveries should follow schedule so that there is a continuous supply and plant operations are not interrupted. That is why time schedule is very important. Then next one is a quality of milk. Okay, market milk requires milk of high quality, mainly from consumer or customer's health point of view. Therefore, the incoming milk to dairy should be good quality, or that milk is safe for human consumption. That's why quality of milk is also very important factor. Then temperature of milk is also important factor. When milk is received daily, it should be kept at 5 degrees centigrade or below and fresh. That milk should be kept at below 5 degree or 5 degree, and that milk should be fresh. It should be clean, sweet and pleasant flavor without any contamination, and no abnormal milk should be accepted. So this one is a criteria. Okay. Then next one is a platform test. So there are different types of platform tests which are very essential in milk industry. What are that platform tests? There are some platform tests. Following are some platform tests, that is smell, odor, then appearance, then temperature, then sediment, then acidity of that milk, and lactometer reading. These are platform tests, and which all are very important. So next point is sampling and testing. What is sampling and testing? Apart from above mentioned platform test, it is necessary to keep the record of chemical and biological quality of all accepted milks. Okay. So for this process or for this purpose, any accurate and representative sample of the received milk is taken. So these samples can be added with some preservatives. There are different types of preservative like mercury chloride. This mercury chloride is used to prevent any deterioration of the sample until all the tests are done. So this sample test and the testing is very important. Then last step is weighing. Proper weighing of the received milk is very, very important. It should be weighed properly to maintain the accounts. Okay. So there are different factors or precautions while receiving the milk. That precautions are operations and equipments, time schedule, quality of milk, temperature, then platform test. There are different platform tests, and second last is sampling and testing, and last one is a weighing to maintain the accounts. Okay. So these are some platform tests. Okay. Now we have to stop here. Thank you. We will discuss our next point like preheating and cooling and storage of raw milk in our next chapter. Okay. Thank you.